Hey everybody, it's Steve with Sky 194, and I appreciate you stopping by to check out my video here on my channel. And we are here at Brands Hatch with the Lexus RCF, and I have a request to do more setups here at Brands Hatch. And I've never had the Lexus here, so I just figured we'll combine the two. And I know there's a lot of Lexus fans out there, and it's a very fast car for sure. So let's see what we can do.
Stay double file.
With the AI is at 97 and the aggression is 96, just like my normal settings. I'm an 8. The best I could get with the aggressive with 50 liters of fuel was a 124.69. And with this setup, the best I could do was a 124.31. So, and that still was 50 liters.
Green light, give it all you can. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
All right. Man, we moved up to 5th. I'm really happy with that.
Well done, mate. This has been your personal best.
Right. I was having problems with that corner. Made a few more adjustments before the race. Our car feels really good. Yeah, this track is a SA killer. Safety rating, it just, you end up getting in little, even if somebody hits you, it takes it away. And
Well done, mate. Personal best.
yeah, it's too deep.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Driver error. Go back there. Tires look good.
Falling behind to the car in front in sector 3. Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
Dang, a little wide.
Well done, mate. This has been your personal best.
24:41. Right there. Dang it. That's what hurts. I'm just not as consistent with it. I'm not as super consistent anyway, but I'm even worse. You know, obviously because I don't drive it a lot. Plus, Brands Hatch for me is tough.
at the halfway mark, still a long way to go.
We can talk more about the setup when we get to that. I can talk about some of the things that, some of the things that I changed and all that. But like I said, it was still a good setup. I mean, 124.69 for me is, it's okay. So it's not like it's a terrible setup or anything. Not like, some other cars that I've driven. Missed that turn.
Time to the car in front in sector 3.
It a little wide. That is a tricky corner. This chassis in this car is stiff. Very stiff chassis, which I kind of like. I mean, I like a stiffer chassis over something that's flexing. And when I tried this car at Paul Ricard, I knew this thing was stiff, because I mean it takes some of those corners just about flat. If you got a car that's not stiff, you'll definitely know it there. Tires are all green, so that's good. It's another thing I wanted to heat up the left front. Also, the Aggressive did. And it's not even yellow, it's green. So that's really good. The A-pillar over here is kind of in my way. I don't know if I could maybe adjust that for my seating position. Sometimes it's kind of in my way to judge what's going on a corner. I think it handles really good, though. I think it's handled good. It's pretty, you know, it's balanced. Bad lap here. Dang it. I'm cutting it early in there because I'm afraid he's going to dive in on me. That's better. Too much back brake. And again, thanks to Joe Blow. I use his calculator for getting the fuel. Looks like we're going to be right on the money.
Leader is on the final lap. Give it all you can.
Yeah, got a little gap. Gets up close to me, but
Leader has finished the race.
yellow flag. Wreck.
Alright, checkered flag. Good job.
Alright.
Good. I'll bring the car back.
I'm happy with that. Finished 5th, started 8th. Wish I could have took off with the lead pack, but you know it would have been, you know, see if I could stick with them, but tough. But I'm real happy with that. Alrighty. Timetables. I had 2 outs just in the beginning there. Oh, look at that right there. That's a 10th and a half right there to here. So I could have ran a lower 24. Yeah, it could have been like a 24:30 or high 20. So that's good. I'm happy with that. All the other laps were in the 24s and 25s. Another 24, another 24, another 24. And then all these are 25s. Even that's a low 25 there. That's the last lap. So I'm happy with that. See what we got with the dodged a few cars in the beginning there. Just wanted to see the start. I guess the Aston Martins were slow to get going. The car stays extremely flat. I mean, extremely flat. Well, that was good. Let's go back and... Oh, wait a minute. I was wanting to save that, I think. I don't know if I hit save or not. There we go. Alright, let's go check out the setup. So there's the tires. You can see they're 2.5 and 2.6. The left front's the one that takes all the beating. 2.7 there, 2.7 and 8, and 2.6 on the left side. So that's not so bad. See if it's graining. Yeah, light grain. Yep, light on the left and the right. This is the one that was doing it before. It was flat spot, so I must have locked it up somewhere. So I just had a light grain and light grain back there. So that's not real bad. That's about as much as I would want. You could take some of the camber out of it, but I tried that and it did help. But I think it it does slow the car down a little bit. So, and you could try it. It might work for you, but I put a little bit of it back in just because of that. I want to get a little bit more performance. But it might work in the long run. I mean, it might be, it might work itself out in the long run to where it averages out. I don't know. But let's go over the setup. The tire pressure in the left front's 25.4, left rear's 26.2, right front's 26.9, and the right rear's 27.2. The toe in the front is negative 0.05, and I did that one for the tire wear and the heat on this left front. I mean, I'd like to put a little bit more negative toe, but it also puts more heat, and I wanted to keep this cooler. So this is already hitting a lot of the wear around this track, so I just decided to do it that way and try to get the car to do the turn in and everything other ways. The camber is negative 3.6 and aggressive is negative 3.8. So the aggressive is more. I prefer to run it negative 3.5 or 3.4, but I was doing that for trying to keep the the performance up. The toe on the rear is 0.1, and the camber is negative 2.7, which that seemed to work pretty good. Electronics are 3 and 4, and I actually went to 4 in the beginning because it just sometimes depending on the track, 3 is okay too sometimes. I guess it just depends. Fuel, I had 40 liters with the #1 brake pads. I had 50 when I did all the setup stuff, but I just put 40 in there for the race. Mechanical, a 7 and 80 roll bar, 660 for the brake bias. Steering ratio is turned all the way down. The wheel rate in the front is 154,000, which is the same as the aggressive. The bump stop rate is 1,000 with the bump stop range of 1. And on the rear, the wheel rate is 136,000 with a bump stop rate of 600 and a bump stop range of 8, which I did change that it was different, so I did change it. The anti-roll bar on the rear is 4 and the preload on the diff is 50, and that was a massive change there. Big change there in the rear of the car. Shocks or dampers on the front is 12, 10, 20, and 22, and on the rear it's 15, 12, 27, and 24, and again that's a pretty big difference also. Aero 55 in the front and 76 in the rear with a 10 rear wing and a 5 and a 4 on the brake ducts, and the front aero variation is negative 1.4. So I can't remember. I did the fuel test on it, and it actually goes to just a little bit towards the front of the car. So more weight goes towards the nose when the fuel's coming off, but just a little, not a huge difference. So that is the setup, and I will put a link in the description. Please, any feedback or comments would be appreciated, so I see if it's okay, if it's working all right or not working okay. Please share if you can, if you know anybody that likes ACC setups or just the content in general with the models and the ACC sim racing, and I'd appreciate it. And I want to say thank you to all my subscribers. You guys are great, and I just love all the support. I appreciate it, and please hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, and I hope you come back soon. Y'all take care. See ya.